Hey, Powerless Balc here. It's May 19th, 2016, and I've been 2 years and almost 8 months powerless here due to Alliant Energy not supplying meter poles free of charge, and I'm doing pretty well. But actually, I have been off the air for quite a while, so a lot of people thought maybe I expired or something, but the real thing is I was really powerless in my health. Um, I kept getting slower and slower, and had a lot of pain in my back and my left side. I had no flexibility, and actually, my left hip was bone on bone. So I went in on April 5th, and I got a total hip replacement. Uh, Today, I'm going to actually not be sponsored by Balcom Auction. I'm going to give a shout out to one of the guys that used to work wrestling camps with me at the old J. Robinson wrestling camps, four-time national champion Danny Russell. He's got a book out. It's called Finish Strong. Buy the book at Amazon. Amazon. It's called Finish Strong by Danny Russell, Dan Russell. And it's an exceptional story from what I've gotten through yet. I have to finish it yet. But Dan's a good friend of mine, and if there's enough books sold, of course, that leads into Hollywood and the movies and so forth, and it'd be a nice book to have. His younger brother, Joe Russell, has an amazing story as well, and he wrestled at the University of Minnesota back in the day as well. And so, a lot of success there, but it's a finished strong story by Dan Russell. Dan Russell, and good read so far. Um, Now we're going to talk about inventions. When I slowed down to just a kind of a crawl, I didn't have any canes, so I went to my storage shed and I said, "What can I use to walk?" And my skiing days are probably over, so I went to my shed and I found my ski pole. Okay, and they're nice and long, and I can kind of amble along with it. And I figured I'd look on a YouTube and figure out how to walk with one of these because it would be part of my rehab eventually anyway, after I got a new hip. So my original Powerless Balc, I call it a Skick because it would be a ski combined with a walking stick, so you call it a Skick. The original Skick that I used pre-surgery to get around is simply a shoe, one of my old shoes, and I used 3 zip ties on the shoe and inserted the ski pole inside there, just with here's a zip tie. I used 3 zip ties, and actually, I'll walk with this a little bit here. Actually, it worked out pretty good as I ambled around with my old hip. I'm walking much better now with the new hip, no pain or a thing. But the key to having this is maybe having a couple sets of shoes so you can have all 3 shoes matching. And then, of course, when I went out and sang karaoke, I sang Footloose, and I also had to sing Give Me 3 Steps. So that seemed to work all right. And but I went to physical therapy, and she thought that the foot was a little floppy on there, for moving around. So, but it's nice and high, and what they want to do when I had my walker, they want you to stand straight up and walk heel toe, heel toe. And so she gave me a cane. She gave me a cane at the hospital to try. But the thing with most canes for larger people is they don't adjust up too well. And this is okay for walking, but you're still kind of leaning. So you're still kind of leaning a little bit with a cane. You walk around here, right here with your cane, and still kind of leaning, and you got to hang on to the thing. And the key thing is, if you're out and about, to lean on this cane, I got to go down kind of like this, okay? And I do stop and talk to people. So she said if you could actually take that foot off there and put something rubber on there, it'd work good. So what I did is I found in the store some quad cane tips. They're for the canes that have the four tips on them, but they sell these in packages of 2, and I think they're like $1.98. And so there's 2 of them in there. And so that's what the bottom looks like, and it's got a hole in there, and I kind of eyeballed that, and I said that's got to be close. And if it isn't, I'm not using any electrical tape anymore. Well, I had some around the house, but as a powerless guy, electrical tape, I'm not using it much, so you have to repurpose it. And so in essence of time, I've already wrapped this because I've been using it for a week and a half now. And you just kind of stick that on, and that bushes up the pole, and you stick that on like that. And actually, if you wanted to get a little tighter, you'd put some more tape on there if it's loose, and not a big deal. The key with both of my inventions, the footloose version and the one with the quad cane tip, the new tip on, the key to both of them is you can virtually convert back to the original ski pole if you want to. So when I combined a ski pole into a walking stick, or I converted a ski pole into a walking stick, I call it the Skick. The Skick, Skick, Skick. And so now I skick along really well. So I'll demonstrate this for you. We'll skick along, opposite foot down as I go. And you really get the skicking pretty good. Skick right across here. Works out just fine. Going to off terrain, I'm going good. Off into the grass. And I'm skicking pretty good all the way back here. And this really works well. So, and I can also, it's taller. I'm standing up straighter, much better than using a cane. I have this leather strap on here, so I can go like this, kind of relax it like that. And I also kind of lean right here. I had some Scotch light, so I can walk at night. I put 3 stripes on it, so I walk at night. And I also wear a flasher, or my boonie hat as well, when we go out walking at night, if I'm going walking at night. So this is Powerless Balc. I'd like to thank you for watching again. And once again, we're going to plug the Finish Strong book, the Dan Russell story. Buy the book on Amazon, and hopefully there'll be a movie someday. Thanks for watching, and this has been Powerless Balc, over and out.